que se me llegue a mí. Rómpeme esa chapa, rómpeme esa chapa, rómpeme esa chapa que se me llegue a mí. Así que baila como debe ser y no me haga baila como debe ser y no me haga baila como.
Welcome to Storytime. So Storytime Sunday. Today for Storytime Sunday, I wanted to talk about one of the worst kids that I've ever taken care of. And I'm not gonna mention any names because obviously for like purposes of like not wanting to put anyone out there. But anyway, I'm sorry. My dog he wants to play with his toy and it's the loudest squeaker I've ever seen in my whole life. So I cannot put him down. Anyway, look at that cute little bow. Isn't it like the cutest? Isn't it the cutest? Okay, let me stop. Anyway, so I used to work. Most of my jobs were childcare, and I used to work with a program, like a school program. Like I never had like my own job or whatever at that age, at like 14, 15-ish. I think when I got my own job, it was at 17 and I was in a movie theaters, and that's a whole nother story. Anyway, so no. No la apago. Oh, sí, apágala. Basically, hey guys. So today is Storytime on Storytime Sunday. I wanted to talk about one of my jobs, specifically childcare, and specifically a specific child. This child was crazy, and I'm pretty sure nobody's like they're not gonna watch this video because they don't even look like people that would watch videos. Alrighty, so I basically what the job was you were assigned to a specific teacher, and that teacher would assign a group of students to you if there was more than one. If there wasn't more than one, then you'd stay with the whole group and you do some activities for after school, because that's basically what it was, like an after school program for 2 hours. All right, so we got there at 2 o'clock, which means school doesn't end till 3 o'clock. So we were there at 2 o'clock, and I would stay with this specific homeroom, and then they would bring me downstairs where they kept all the after school students, and then I'd have a different set of students because obviously the actual homeroom teacher and the students that were there were no longer there. I would bring down a student who he was so sweet. I'm not sure if he had any issues, because I know that he had to have some type of issues if they were making me bring him by hand, and like every other kid would just walk down the stairs all normal, and they would ask me to hold his hand and stuff. So I'm guessing he had some sort of problem I never asked. He definitely seemed very normal, very sweet kid, whatever. I would bring him and I would be in this classroom. And I remember when I got to that classroom, I'd see my friends that were also in the same program and that were also tutoring little kids. What we do mostly was tutor them, help them with their homework so that when they got home, they didn't have any homework to do. And yeah. So this specific student, I heard a lot about him, but I never particularly had him in my class. Basically, they were saying how he punched a pregnant teacher, how he bit a little girl, how he's done all these crazy things that I honestly didn't like really know about. It so happens that I did have the kid in the after school program twice, and I didn't really notice that he was like a trouble kid. I didn't notice he was really nice. He did come up with crazy things like talking about like killing and stuff like that, but I'm guessing kids watch TV, so that's what you see on the TV, like normal. My dog does not like being held, but he wants to play with a toy right now that's really, really loud. Anyway, so he seemed very, like, he didn't seem like the kid that they were talking about. Anyway, um, after a while of taking care of him, I realized that he was the trouble kid, and I realized that because in my presence he actually hit a girl and tried to stab her with a pencil, and then I was like freaking out. Mommy. Oh dear Lord. Anyway, the point of the story that I'm trying to get at was this kid was absolutely crazy, and I figured out why. Here it comes. Here it comes. So I stayed in the next homeroom, which is the homeroom that usually the lady that takes care of him. She is so awesome. Like, I don't know if she had several classes to learn about children, but she was the most amazing teacher I've ever met. Mom. Anyway, she was a really amazing teacher. And she's waiting for the kid. Apparently the kid is in her class, and the main teacher, the teacher that had him, wanted her to tell the mom that he was acting up again and that they needed to go to a meeting because with the principal, because she at this point she just had to figure out what was going to happen with him. Anyway, so I love this little guy. I know he's tired of being on me and he really wants to go to the floor, but you're going to go squeak that squeaky thing. Anyway, so the mom comes in, and it's this lady. It's a light-skinned lady with this baby. And sorry. It's a light-skinned lady with this baby. She has a little thing on her head. I don't know what those are called. It wasn't a hijab or anything like that. It was like I don't know. I don't know what country that's from, honestly. Like, I really want to know. I'm actually curious. But anyway, she comes in, and she comes in with the baby. Doggy breath. She literally changes the baby's diaper on top of a table. Leaves the baby there on top of a table. Like, the baby was on the edge. Like, that kid could have fallen. But I'm not one to judge. I'm not one to judge. Anyway. So she's sitting there, and the teacher tells her that they don't know what to do anymore, that she's going to have to speak to the principal. And she says, and I quote, "I understand that he's acting like this, but it's because he does not have a father." Now, I know that some people might disagree with me, but I feel like I know a lot of single parents, and they know how to tell your kid enough is enough. They know how to tell your kid, listen, you can't act like this. Listen, you can't do these kinds of things. Like, she's not the only single parent out there. I promise you, lady. I promise you, you're not the only single parent. Like, my story, like, that's just the reason why I told that story is just because that is something crazy. And, like, to me, that's something that's just crazy. Like, what? You're gonna let your kid do all this stuff and just say that, oh, it's okay because he doesn't have a dad, so it's okay. That it's okay for him to do all these things because he doesn't have a father. I'm sorry. I needed to, like, talk about it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.